Okay, so we're back on Podio, and this is going to be the last part. Just to explain the final two application, which is the TN candidate and also the reception tracker. So let's first refresh what happened in the past two videos. So we went through how the account book works, so sort of more the CRM part of Podio in this workplace. And then we talked about the TN tracker on how we can make sure that the TN we raised can be tracked back to the accounts we have at the moment. So if we click into one of the TNs we created, we can always see that it's under company D with these information. And then finally, we went to the available TNs, which is a little bit more redundant part, and you guys might wondering why we're doing an extra step, but it will all make sense in this video. So let's go to the application called TN Candidate. Okay, so TN Candidate is an application that can keep track of all the people who apply for the TN in AIESEC Hong Kong. So maybe this Bob Chan, he's just a random person I created. So his contact information is here, and then he's applying for this TN001, and you can look into the details of it as well. So if you click onto it, yep, here's the information. And if you're wondering which company it's from, you can just click into this blue word. You can see it's always from company A with the details here. So everything is connected, which makes it very, very easy to track down the different information. And then let's go back to the TN candidate. So how did he apply for the TN? Like, he's not part of the workplace, so how did he get access to this button? Actually, he didn't. He's not even in this Podio. Maybe he doesn't even know how Podio works, but it can still be possible. It's all done by a thing called a web form, which you click here, and then you click to the web form. So it's sort of like a Google form, but then it makes sure that all information goes to this workplace and under this application. So this is just a preview, but I'll just go straight to the real one. So I'll just go down and I click share. So this is the link, and I just click it. You can find it here. So you can attach this link to an email or your classified to make sure if they want to apply for the TN, they must fill in these information and also attach their CV, their cover letter, and their EP form. So this is the power of Podio, where you can attach files to Google to forms like this. So say I'm applying for a TN because I want to go exchange. So my name and my number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, which is not true, and my email address. Okay, this one is true. And then I'm applying for, okay, so this is the magic of Podio, where you can only view the TNs those are available. So how does this work? So a little flashback on what happened. So let's go back to Podio and just scroll back and go back to the available TNs. So why do we make this extra step and making sure there's a separate area to store all the available TNs? Is because we want the candidates to only select the ones that are available, which is why we created this available TNs within this workplace. So as you can see, 001 and 002 are the only available TNs. And if you go back to the form, these two are the only available ones they can choose. That makes sure that the ones that are not recruiting candidates cannot be selected, and the ones that are open can be instantly clicked. So say I'm applying for number 4 in company D. Maybe I'm from Hong Kong. Well, I'm from AIESEC Hong Kong, but I'm Japanese. And hopefully I can speak all these languages. Hopefully English and Japanese. So I selected my language, and my background is engineering. And previous AIESEC experience was a member, and I'm currently an EB. So picture file. So let's go to the file I created. So here we go, Podio. So yeah, there's a DP. Just to make sure we know who the candidate look like, and also some attachments. So make sure we attach our cover letter and our CV and our EP form, and then we click submit. And then just wait a while for it to process, and then there we go. So it's processed, and then let's go back to Podio. As soon as you go back to candidates, this is where you find me. See, right here, even though the picture didn't work out so well. But anyway, let's click into the details. So my name, my number, my email, and the TN I'm applying for. And then my nationality, AIESEC country of origin, and the languages I speak, hopefully, not true. And my background and my profile picture, yes. And then here you can see the different files, so you can click it to view the files. See, it's called cover letter on it. And similarly, my EP form, Yeah. So everything is all stored into this one block. And then at the very bottom, so you can see all these information. And then let's go back. So this is where you can make sure every candidate can be stored, and you can make sure that you can filter it, asking, so out of all these people, which TN they're applying for. So you can go to the filter item and click TN they're applying for, and just click in, say, I want to know who applied for number 1, then this Bob guy, and who applied for number 2, it's this guy. Alright. So yeah, everything can be filtered and searched. So I want guys speaking English. They just have to find English in the menu, and yeah, both of them speak English. And previous AIESEC experience, maybe not set. Oh, maybe TMP, but they have TMP experience. Yeah, so this is how the candidates can be allocated. So then, after the TN is matched, so this form is no longer available, then you have to make sure this is removed. So you go to edit. Now that it's no longer available, then we must make sure we delete the TN, like so. But not to worry, you can go back to the TN candidate, but the information will still be there. So Bob initially applied for that TN, but we can make sure that he applied for this one. So don't worry, the information is not lost, right? But then of course there's an error because it's deleted. And then you can go back to the TN tracker. Now that Bob is matched, he is ready to be realized. So now we can change this to waiting for visa here. So yeah, and then this is where the final application about the reception comes in. So under the reception tracker, so now that Bob is matched, and now we're just waiting for him to come to Hong Kong to start his work. So he's a candidate, so you can always go back to his reference as information, because this application is connected with this one. So yeah, again, everything's connected, and the TN as well, you can find the details. And then let's go back, and then now we have to make sure we want to make sure we can track down the progress of his visa. So is it completed, yes or no? Accommodation found, yes or no? And when is the arrival? And then is the reception arrangement done? And some of the tasks have to do. Oh, this part is a little bit messy at the moment, but hopefully you can fix it eventually. So yeah, this part is still on the trial stage and still modifying a few bits and pieces. But then the rest is quite in place. So yeah, this is Podio and the workplace to ensure that each account that's created in the account book is all in place, and we can view who is responsible for which account. And then if a TN is raised, which we're all trying to do, is we can make sure that TNs are related with the account. And again, the available TNs is we can click into it, make sure it's connected with the TN that we raised. And finally, so that when they apply, they can go to the web form and see, and they have to fill in the details and make sure they attach the 3 files. And if they don't do it properly, then we can say that, email them back saying, oh, please fill in the details and attach the file correctly. And finally, if they're matched, we can move on to the reception tracker. So yeah, this is our trial, so if you're interested in using Podio and some of these functions, feel free to discuss with your LCP, and then yeah, just contact me back, and then let's see what we can do for you. And I'm definitely open to some comment and advice. So yeah, thanks, and that's it for Podio for now.